Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call.
You ever just be in a good mood, and then after that you just decide you're gonna watch a What If Sensei What If, and then your whole mood just changes? That's pretty much how I'm feeling right now. And you can see from the, well, not really, but I'm going to bring a new What If series to this. This series is What If Naruto was an assassin. Now, me personally, I've seen enough What If Sensei What Ifs to know that he tends to keep things dark. And that's, man, I don't hate him at all for doing it. I find it sometimes entertaining. But, and guys like Naruto, who just brings a little bit of sadness towards the beginning, but keeps it wholesome towards the end. Hold up. Now, I know my, what series was it? My, What If Naruto was a Flame Haze. I know that was a bit darker than what I usually do, because I tend to keep things, what's the word? Optimistic, I should say. Alright, I'm back. Back to what I was saying. I don't mind dark with this. Like, literally, that's literally what brought me to the anime community itself. Because of me just looking at and reading dark stuff just all the time. So, yeah. And What If Sensei is one of those people who made me want to do What Ifs in the first place. Because I thought, like, I could do a couple of dark ones sometimes. And so, yeah. Anyway, me looking at another one of his, me rewatching one of his dark series. What if Naruto had Death Flames? And it made me thinking, I should probably do a bit more darker with this. Like, I should probably like change them up a bit, because of me always keeping things somewhat optimistic, or at least I try to. And if it's not that, it's just Naruto going to some place. So, yeah, this What If series is going to be based off of my What If Esther was Naruto's mother. And no, I'm not canceling that series. I just don't know where I'm about to take it right now. So, yeah. With that being said, let's get into the What If. Within the Emperor's poor streets, the red light district, is a young boy wrapping himself in a blanket to protect himself from the cold and started crying his young heart out. The blanket covered his body, but his head showed many scars on his face. His dirty blonde hair with dried blood in it, and some parts of it turning white as the snow, and his purple eyes. This is Naruto. No last name for a good reason, and now lived in the Western lands. Naruto was the firstborn of twins and an older son of Minato and Kushina. On the first day of his birth, the nine-tailed beast attacked the village and destroyed everything in its path, but it was stopped by the fourth Hokage. He had sealed the tail beast inside of his son and daughter, having the soul in his son and having the yin into his daughter. While it was gone out right, and the family will raise it fine, but something happened. Minato had planned on leaving Naruto to be a weapon for the Leaf Village, and he could raise his daughter to control her tail beast powers. Cushion agreed since the village needed a weapon and planned on raising her daughter, who in her eyes she sees as her true child, than Naruto. The fourth created blood clones of his family and left Naruto to the wolves. Naruto's life was a living hell for him. Many things happened that no child should go through. He was beaten, starved, burnt, hunted down to death for having a tail beast sealed inside of him. He had many people that helped him and cared for him, but it didn't help for the worst parts that caused many nightmares for Naruto for his young life. Then he found out that the third Hokage had lied to him about his parents and that they left him to be a weapon for the village, and he now hates him and wants him dead. That pushed a new drive of strength for Naruto, and he started to leave the village for good. Naruto didn't know how long, days, or where he was. But he knew that he was free and away from the village that hated him so much. He was now living in the Western lands, a place where people of the Eastern didn't dare to look or step foot in. Now that that's out of the way, back into the story. Naruto was crying and wished for someone to care for him, or at least as a decent human being, and not some weapon to be used as a toy and when it was broken, like how he was. He wished for all the bad that happened to him to just go away and be free. As the child cried his heart out, his tears were heard by someone who was passing by and walked towards him in a weakened state. She was a young woman in her, I would say, mid-teens with long silver hair that was tied in braids and purple eyes. She wore a black shirt with no sleeves, skirt, and a belt, leggings, and combat boots. This was a young and a soldier in training of the Imperial Army. Agenda. Agenda was wandering around the capital and somehow her walk made it towards the red light district. She didn't know why she was walking in a poor area all of a sudden, but she felt like that she should walk there, and she did. But something got her attention and looked in the streets to see a young child in a blanket. Hold up. The silver-haired soldier walked towards the child, but was careful not to scare him and noticed that he didn't even see her. Once she was close enough, she took a knee and started to see the damage that the child had been. Hey, are you okay? Najenda asked, getting Naruto's attention. Naruto stopped crying to see a silver-haired woman in front of him, and was now afraid when seeing the woman in front of him. It started out like back in the Leaf Village, and Naruto wasn't going to let that happen. He was so weak that he couldn't even move an inch from his spot. Seeing Naruto being scared, Najenda brought her right hand and rubbed his cheek and calmed him down. Naruto was taken aback at first and started to feel warm of the woman's touch. He felt cold, broken, and hollow when some girls of Konoha touched, but the silver-haired woman was warm to him, and it felt like she wasn't going to hurt him at all. It's okay, I won't hurt you, okay? Najenda said with a smile on her face as she rubbed her right hand on Naruto's face and started to see the signs of abuse on him, which made her mad. But she didn't show it to scare Naruto in front of her. Are you going to use me? Naruto said, causing Najenda to be taken back. If so, please kill me. I have nothing left and I just want the pain to stop. Naruto begged with tears coming from his face. just what did those fuckers had done to him? Legenda thought, while doing her best to control her anger and wonder who could hurt this kid. Seeing the signs of abuse on Naruto's face, could only tell that it wasn't the worst part. Something broke him down and destroyed him from the inside out. His heart was broken, and something inside the silver-haired woman told her to help this boy out. The next thing that happened, Legenda brought Naruto into her arms and started to pet his head like an older sister would do to her younger brother. It's okay now. I won't use or hurt you in any way. A child should enjoy and love life where he can be happy. I may not know what happened, but I promise I will help you in any way I can, Legenda said, calming Naruto down and causing him to smile with tears in his eyes, which made her happy. Why are you helping me? Naruto said as he held Legenda. Legenda shrugged her shoulders and said, I don't know. Call instincts to protect and help a child. Now, how about we get you all cleaned up and get you something to eat? Legenda started to walk back to her apartment in the capital she had. Sure, she had a room in the Imperial Army, but she wouldn't take a child there. Not yet anyway. She would like the child to grow a little before she takes him with her. My name's Legenda. What's yours? Legenda asked as she kept walking with the child in her arms. Naruto. Naruto replied as he held on to the silver-haired woman that showed kindness to him like no one would. No one would hug or calm him down. This was the start of something great for Naruto, and he could feel it. Legenda may not know why she would care for a child all of a sudden and take care of him in her home, but she didn't care and could tell it was the right thing to do. The broken child known as Naruto Uzumaki was dead. Now he walks as a new person in his new life. And for that, I am going to end it right there. Yeah, I know, it's pretty short, but let me know what y'all think in the comments of this dark origin, as I would call it. And so, yeah, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe. I'm on my road to 1K. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, I keep a tool on me if they got a screw. Love they messing with my big homie. They must be a damn fool.